Good morning, this is Coach Bernay. I'm Program Manager for the Bay City facility, and this is our Children's Martial Arts video number 30. So we're going to begin with our feet together set. We're going to bow. Showing respect to our school, showing respect as being a martial artist is key whenever we begin class because to get us on the right mindset. So now we're going to begin with our student creed. So repeat after me. Say, I will develop myself in a positive manner and avoid anything that would reduce my mental growth or my physical health. I will develop self-discipline in order to bring out the best in myself and others. I will use common sense before self-defense and never be abusive or offensive. This is a black belt school. We are dedicated. We are motivated. We are on a quest to be our best. Winners never quit. Quitters never win. I choose to win. Now, we do that creed at the beginning of every single class to remind us why we do martial arts. We are not the bad guys, we are the good guys. And when we learn how to punch, kick, how to harm, we need to learn that with great power comes great responsibility. And we need to understand that there is a time and a place, and I say this all the time, when we can use these skills. And really, whenever we're put into a position, we want to use the least amount of force possible. So that doesn't mean we hurt somebody. That means we come to that point where we are in control the whole entire way. And when we get to that point where we can hurt or we can back off, we have to back off. We have to understand at some point we have to be the ones who have to be the bigger person. Because we know how to punch, we know how to hurt. We train all these different kinds of skills. We train on how to use our elbows, our knees. We learn all these destructive styles. But now we need to learn that there is a time and a place for it. You only put out what you give, or what they give to you. So if somebody hits you, doesn't mean you hit them back as hard. No, that means you have to use the correct amount of force back. So there's always, with every reaction has an equal reaction. So I want you to think about that. When you punch someone, they're going to punch you back as hard because they don't know any better. And as martial artists, we have all these different skills. We know how to block, we know how to open our palms and do all these different things and manipulate the fight and manipulate the situation. That means we are in control. That doesn't mean we take advantage. That means we show that we can control that power and we are strong. So I want you to think about that today when you train, when you're working on your martial arts. So we're going to begin today. We're going to do our inchworms. So we're going to walk our hands out, and we're going to do a push-up on the bottom. And then we're going to walk our hands back up and touch the ceiling. Now the push-up here is we're not looking to do a huge workout with this push-up, but I want you to do a good slow push-up all the way down, all the way back up. So it's a great way to stretch out our legs, our entire body, as well as our shoulders and arms. And doing a push-up doesn't hurt working out those arms and shoulders. So moving forward, we're going to bring an arm across and simply stretching out our shoulders and biceps. Switching here. And we just want to make sure our body is ready to throw punches. We don't want to pull anything out of place. Pull this over my head. And switching every so often so we can keep it moving. Now, what we're going to do next, we're going to get down, ease it down on one knee. We should be stretching on the back of this leg here. So ease it down, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's switch to the other side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it in. Now we're going to do our jumps. So we're going to jump ease it down low, and jump up. So we're almost doing a frog stance into a tuck jump. So down, squat low, jump up. I want your knees exploding up and out. So down, up, down, up. Good. So you should feel it in your thigh area here. Now moving into arm circles for a few seconds, backwards for a few seconds. Now our arms, our legs, our body should be just about ready to throw some good punches and kicks. So we're going to be working on our combinations today. We're going to be testing in just a few weeks. So we're going to get back to class, we're going to get back to our routines, and then we're going to test. So on test day, I want to see you apply yourself. It's going to come fast, yes. I want you guys to think about this. Put in the time, put in the work, do your homework. But when test day comes and you blank out, do what you gotta do. If you know you can do 50 push-ups, show me you can do 50 push-ups. If you're having a hard time with the combination, you forgot the kick, do an awesome kick that you can do at the end of that combination. Make it look good, if that makes any sense. Show me that you've been shadow boxing. Show me that you can improvise. Because as martial artists, we adapt, we improvise. We're grilling out these combinations so that in the moment, we have muscle memory. And we train, we spend time punching, we spend time thinking about all the different motions in the martial arts, and I want to see that on testing day. So when we test, do your best. If you freeze, doesn't mean stop, give up. That means keep working. Show me that I can see if you haven't been working. I can see when someone gives up. But when you push, I can see that as well. I can see when someone's improvising. I can see when they are giving me 110%. So when you train, put in the work, guys. So now, the first combination today is one of my favorite ones. I enjoy doing this one all the time. And this one is our rear kick, hook, cross, hook. So when I throw my rear kick, I'm going to step into it. So I'm going to step, opening up my hips, throwing that rear kick into my hook, cross, hook. So once again, I step to my outside, opening up my hips. I throw my rear kick, hook, cross, hook. So once again, I step, kick, hook, cross, hook. I'm looking for the hip rotation, the foot rotation. You're applying your entire body into every single strike. You're putting your energy into the target. So once again, rear kick, hook, cross, hook. And notice how my hands are coming back to my cheeks. So the next combination moving forward, we're going to pull back. We're going to avoid a jab. We're going to jab, cross, hook, cross, lead kick. So we'll break it down. So imagine, enemy throws a punch at us. We are going to pull back. We're going to avoid the strike. We're going to come back with a jab, cross, hook, cross, lead kick. So again, we're pulling, jab, cross, hook, cross, lead kick. Again, pull, jab, cross, hook, cross, lead kick. Again, pull, jab, cross, hook, cross, lead kick. So this is a fast combination. You're pulling back and you are immediately throwing the energy back out. So you pull back right into a jab, cross, hook, cross, lead kick. Very good. Moving forward, we're going to work on our jab, hook, rear kick. So once again, jab, hook, rear kick. So we're throwing the punches on the right side, and then we're coming back around to the opposite side. So if we punch someone on this side, they're going to be blocking on this side. All of their thought is going to be on that part of their body. We come back around with a fast and powerful rear kick. So, boom, boom, boom. I also like to improvise with a knee here, because you can go jab, hook, clinch, knee. So, like I said, add these to your shadow boxing combinations. Add these and practice these all week long. So again, jab, hook, jab, hook. Break things down, especially if in longer combinations. So like that, pull, jab, pull, jab, pull, jab. Break it down into little sections for yourself and break it down. Have some fun with it. Like last week we were working out the covers. This week we have a pull back into a jab, cross, hook, cross, pull. And when we punch, if you were punching somebody or if you were being punched, you're probably going to move back, or that person's probably going to move back. So where do you need to go? Forward. So your hips, your feet, your body all needs to be going through the target, through and out. All that energy is going forward and out. So I want you to think about that when you strike today. Now moving forward, we're going to work on our Krav Maga, and one of our bread and butter techniques, I like to say, is our hair grab technique. So if someone grabs us by the hair, and this is more applicable for somebody who does have long hair, or maybe they're wearing a hoodie, or their shirt got grabbed. So in this situation, someone grabs us by our shirt, by our hair, by our hood, and pulls us forward. The idea is this. They pull us forward. That same idea is our energy is going out, right? So our energy, we're stepping forward. We need to take that and create a base. So whatever foot comes forward, so let's say they pull me on this side and this foot comes forward. This is now my base. So when this foot steps forward, the same side arm is gonna come up. So almost like on a trigger, on a spring-loaded cannon, your arm pops up with the leg. So say I'm hanging out, chilling, and someone grabs me forward with my hoodie or my hair, I step forward, boom! I now have a roof over my head to protect myself. I now have a base, a frame that I can work and establish myself from. I can be strong from here because I can throw punches from here. I can remove guards from here. I can be ready for more from there. But the main objective is, if someone's grabbing me, they're latched onto me, we need to get them off. So by us taking this step and throwing that arm up with like a piston shooting straight up, this will hopefully remove their grip. Or maybe you can surprise them and get them across the face with your hand. But the idea is, we break the grip, or if the grip isn't broken, we can hopefully open them up because they're grabbing over top. So now I have a hand that's barring across their body, so they have an open area for us to strike, strike, strike. And notice this. We're using a ridge hand. We're using this hard part of our hand to strike up and through. I'm not just tapping, I'm going through. So my hand is trying to cut someone in half. So when we do a ridge hand, and if you want to practice a ridge hand, we're making a hard weapon with the ridge of our side of our hand so we can strike through a target. This is a very devastating blow. And essentially, you're turning your hand into a wrecking ball. So someone grabs us. We step, frame, and base. My other hand is now a wrecking ball. So if you imagine a wrecking ball coming through the target. So straight through the target. Now, our arm is up. Let's say someone's grabbing us, trying to pull me forward. Now, if my head gets over my knee, this is bad for me. If my head goes over my hips, my body here, I can lose balance, I can fall. That is not where I want to be. So if I can keep my base and my frame strong, I can remove that grip, or if that grip is still holding strong, I can strike up into the wrist area and strike, strike, strike. I'm trying to maintain a better posture. I'm trying to get into a better position. Because if someone's pulling me down, I want to get back up so I can see, I can prepare, I can get 2 or 3 steps ahead. So if that makes sense, someone grabs us, we step, frame, base, strike as we bend up. As we get straight, as we get erect to fight or flight. So the idea is, if someone at school is picking on us, they grab us by the hoodie, we get out, we escape, we do a cool move, we get away. But if someone's trying to hurt us, trying to remove us, trying to take us to another place, put us in their car, in their cart, it doesn't matter. We strike, we hit hard, we hit fast, we scream, we get help. So, once again, if someone, our friends, or someone like a bully is making a move on us, we don't use the rack and ball technique, more open palm, knock away technique. So, say someone grabs us and we're at school, we're at home, we don't want to hurt this person. So they don't realize what they're getting into with a martial artist. So let me put it in this perspective. Don't turn it up to 10 with your friends or your classmates. Turn it up to 10 in emergency situations. So once again, we step, frame, base, and if it is a friend, we can strike away, create space, we can back up, get away, we can throw our push kicks, but once again, we are getting away, we are in charge, in control of the situation. So, I want you guys to think about that. When you're learning Krav Maga, when you're working on things, you are in charge. So, think about that this week. Treat your family well. Treat mom and dad well. Show them respect. You get what you give. So guys, if I don't hear from you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thank you.